Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. In a twist, JP Morgan has appointed a former Celsius Exec as a crypto regulatory policy head. Now, this is a position that JP Morgan has actually just created, signaling that JP Morgan, even though Jamie Dimon says cryptos are a sham, JP Morgan itself is moving deeper and deeper into crypto, so maybe what Jamie Dimon is saying is a complete sham, and he's not being honest about what his company actually thinks. Or maybe him and his company doesn't think the same thing on cryptocurrencies. But come on, man. Celsius, I don't know if JP Morgan has done any homework at all. I mean, the PR from Celsius is bad, bad, bad. And hiring a Celsius Exec, even though he's got probably a lot of experience, as this guy did spend 8 months earlier this year, or most of this year, as head policy and regulatory affairs for crypto lender Celsius. Now, if he spent 8 months, that means he was still the head exec in May when Celsius fell apart. So you basically are taking the head of a company that completely just died and lost billions of dollars of investor money and putting it as your crypto regulatory head. How do you think that's going to look? How do you think that's going to look for JP Morgan? Could they just not find someone else? Could they not poach away someone else from a company that didn't take billions of dollars of customer money? Because this is just really, really horrible PR for whoever thought of this at JP Morgan. And they really, really need to do their research on, who to actually hire. Because I think this is a really, really bad hire, in my opinion. Not because this guy may not know what he's doing, but because of the really bad PR that this will actually bring, especially from the cryptoverse. And you appointed him as a crypto regulatory head. He obviously didn't do a great job at Celsius, calling out shots, because that thing completely went bankrupt. And he didn't stop Celsius from completely diving in on 3AC and Terra Luna. So the U.S. investment banking firm giant wishes to expand its digital asset regulatory scope. But I think from a PR standpoint, definitely, and maybe just from a practical standpoint, they hired the wrong guy. So basically, Celsius is completely insolvent. No one wants to touch their bad debt. And this guy was there for all of it because he spent 8 months earlier this year, pretty much like all of this year except for 2 months, which means he had to have been there in May when this actually happened. Unless he worked there until April, took a break in May and June, and then came back in July, which is, somewhat probably didn't happen. So essentially, it says he did actually work with one of these firms, Celsius, but that Celsius went belly up. And obviously, Celsius didn't directly follow policy or regulatory affairs all that well. So I don't really know about this hire. I'm not really sure how, I don't really know how JP Morgan screens its clients. I mean, I think it would have been a better hire had they hired pretty much anyone else for this job from another company. And I'm pretty sure JP Morgan has plenty of money to poach talent. So I'm not really sure what JP Morgan is actually thinking at this point. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.